afternoon and welcome to the August 2024 Pitt County Department of Social Services Board meeting. I would like to call the meeting to order and start by having a moment of silence. Thank you. Roll call.
So everyone is present except for Commissioner Mary Perkins Williams.
Okay.
Okay. And approval of agenda.
Next, we have approval of the agenda. Do we have any revisions to today's agenda? Can I have a motion to accept today's revisions? Today's agenda.
Make a motion to accept today's agenda.
I second the motion to accept today's agenda.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? Do we have any public comments today?
No, sir, we do not.
All right, you all should have seen last month's minutes. Do we have any revisions or changes to last month's minutes? Can I have a motion to approve last month's minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve last month's minutes.
I second the motion to approve last month's minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we're going to have new hire and retiree recognition.
Good afternoon, everyone. For our new employees, when I call your name, if you could please step forward to the podium. Tell us who you are, maybe where you came from, and what you're doing now for Pitt County DSS. Lynn Faircloth.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I'll make me first.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Lynn Faircloth. I have been with public health for about 20 years, working their switchboard. And I was offered an opportunity to come over and use my talents and expertise on the switchboard here, and I accepted it wholeheartedly, and I'm glad I'm here. It's been fantastic.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you're here too.
Welcome
Thank
aboard.
you very much. And just a side note, I was born in this building 60 years ago on the third floor, so how appropriate that I'm here 60 years after I was born in this hospital. Yeah.
Okay, next is Kirshenia Wilson. And feel free to correct me because I don't always pronounce exactly how it.
Hi, my name is Krishina. You did
Oh,
it
I did
right.
pretty
Yes,
well.
you did. My name is Krishina Wilson, and I am now working with CAP Services, Adult Services, with CAP, the Division of CAP Services. I have currently been a sixth grade ELA teacher in my present life, and I've also worked part-time with a lot of the mental health, from community support to ACT services. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for my job.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Lavetta Grady?
Hi, my name is Lavetta Grady, and I am with Human Services, Income Maintenance, Caseworker 2. That's all I have for you.
Welcome aboard.
Joshua Walker.
Hi, I'm Josh Walker. I am in CPS assessments. Before here, I worked in CPS in Detroit, Michigan for 4 years. So happy to be here.
Welcome to
Thank you.
Welcome
Greenville.
aboard.
Sequoia Barnes.
Hi, my name is Sequoia Barnes. I am with the DSS Adult Intake Team, and I have, prior to here, 14 years of DSS service. Thank y'all for having me.
Welcome aboard.
Josiah Kinsey.
Hey, my name is Desire Kinsey. I work for Pitt County DSS in the Food and Nutrition Services. And before that, I was in retail at a makeup store.
Thank
All
you
right,
for
great.
being with us.
Welcome aboard.
Tracy Kopich?
Hi, my name is Tracy Coppage. I am with Adult Medicaid at Department of Social Services. Before that, I was doing data manager work for Pitt County and Wake County Schools for 12 years.
Great. Welcome aboard.
Samantha White. That's great, you all sat in a row.
Hi, my name is Samantha White. I'm with Pitt County DSS intake for adult Medicaid. I previously worked at Speedway corporate office here in Greenville.
Oh,
Gotcha.
welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for
Thank
being here.
Candida Ruffin?
Hello. Hi. My name is Candida Ruffin. I am originally from Williamston, North Carolina. I reside now in Pitt County. I am with the Child Welfare Permanency Planning Unit. And before now, I had about 10 years working with children and families, so I'm glad to be here.
Oh, welcome. Thank you. Jennifer Olson.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Olson. I work currently as an accounting technician with Department of Social Services. I previously worked in organ and tissue procurement in many areas along with East Carolina University, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Jen.
Thank you.
And that's our list for new hires.
Okay.
So, I need to call a group of people up from our daycare section. Yes.
Are they here?
Come on down. They're all looking at me.
That's Dee's team.
Don't be shy. This is your moment, everyone. So before I present this excellence award, I would like you to take an opportunity and just say your name and turn around, because I want our DSS board to know who you are in addition to what you've accomplished. And so, I don't know who wants to start. How about you? Okay.
Dee Hill, and I am the program manager for Child Care Subsidy and Employment Services.
Okay, I am Alba Jones Hopkins. I supervise the child care unit. I have currently been with DSS for 29 years and 27 years in child care.
Wow. I am Shavika Ridley. I'm now a daycare worker. I've been with the county for 16 years. I previously done Medicaid with Ryan and Teresa.
Hi, I'm Shahir Ruby. I'm with child care. Hi, I'm Kimberly Dozier. I'm a child care social worker, and I've been with you for 5 years.
You okay?
I'm Shadi Sharp. I'm a child care social worker. I've been here for a year. I've been in child care policy.
Timmy Cordell just celebrated 8 years total, but only been with child care for the last 2 years. Before that, previously, I was with F&S department.
My name is Valerie Hill, and I work in the child care department, and I've been with Pitt County 17 years. My name is Barbara Taylor, and I'm currently with the child care daycare team, and I've been with Pitt County for 5 years.
I'm Rolanda Knowles. I'm a social worker in the child care unit, and I've been with Pitt County for 4 months.
I'm Fallon Thomason. I work in the child care unit as a social worker as well. I've been with DSS for 8 years.
So we invited you all here today to recognize you for the excellent work that you've accomplished in our daycare unit. And it wasn't too long ago that I remember having a meeting and Sonia Scott was here talking about your wait list. And that we were the only county in North Carolina that had a wait list. And our last board meeting, I just, it came hot off the presses that there was no longer a wait list. On the spot, let's talk about just briefly where our numbers were at and where we got to I believe in a short period of time.
And just briefly, and I've confirmed this, we've had a wait list for almost 30 years, taking up to 2 years for a person to receive services. The last few years, we have been number one as far as the state with the largest wait list. At the beginning of this year, I think it was 1,049 on the wait list. With the awesome staff that we no longer have a wait list.
So that speaks volumes to your work ethic, what you bring here to Pitt County. We had a little breakfast this morning just to celebrate everybody and their hard work. But here I have the Certificate of Excellence for the daycare unit in recognition of your continuing excellence in providing child care services to Pitt County citizens, awarded this 13th day of August 2024. So thank you all. Keep up the good work, and I am so, so proud of each and every one of you. So if we could yes, good for attention. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
See, that wasn't too bad.
Great job.
Okay, Nancy. Here you go. I know, I saw that. We found you there. Come on out. So I'd like to just read this proclamation today regarding Nancy. She's unfortunately retiring from the Department of Social Services, and she's phenomenal at what she does and has been unbelievably helpful, especially to Teresa and Sampson, and she's always saying that she doesn't know what she's going to do when she retires, but you'll come back. I'm putting her on the spot. Anyway, Pitt County Board of Social Services resolution honoring Nancy Hewer for her years of service with Pitt County Social Services. Whereas we are here today to express special recognition to Nancy Hewer, to honor her for her distinguished career with the Pitt County Department of Social Services. And whereas Nancy Hewer started with Pitt County Social Services on March 1st, 2004 as an income maintenance worker 2, promoted to an income maintenance caseworker 3 on August 27, 2017, and was promoted to income maintenance supervisor 2 on June 16, 2019, until her retirement on August 31st, 2024. And whereas Nancy Hewer has worked constantly for the betterment of children and families of the Pitt County Department of Social Services and the community, and whereas the Pitt County Department of Social Services wishes to express its sincere appreciation to Nancy Hewer for her dedication to the outstanding performance of her duties during her tenure. And whereas this proclamation is presented to Nancy Hewer to serve as a reminder that although she is retiring, she will always be remembered as a valued employee dedicated to both her position and our community. Now therefore, I, Sharon L. Rochelle, Director of Pitt County Social Services, and on behalf of our governing body and the citizens of Pitt County, do hereby present this resolution to Nancy Hewer as a testimonial to her faithful and dedicated services for which she has performed for the past 20 years, with our best wishes for continued success and happiness in the future.
Okay, Ms. Catherine, come on up. So, probably a lot of you recognize Catherine. She was on our board for a period of time, and she just came off a month ago, 2 months ago. Anyway, so I just wanted to share a little story with you. So, when I came to Pitt County 2 years ago, I remember being interviewed with a room full of people, of course I didn't know, and escorted into the room, and I sat there, and I can't remember how many hours I was interviewed for, but it was a while. And somewhere in the conversation, I looked across the room, and Catherine and I kind of, just looked at each other, and we found out that, oh my gosh, in one of our past lives, we were both registered dental hygienists. So there was an instant connection. Like, we could talk teeth and all that goes with it. So, but she has been so supportive and kind to me through the time that she's been here, and I just can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. Not just for us, for the Department of Social Services and the community, and we're just ever so grateful for all you've done. So I'd like to be able to present this plaque in your honor for grateful appreciation for your service to Pitt County DSS and those we serve. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So new hires and retirees, you are welcome to be excused, or you can certainly stay for the remainder of the meeting. All right, next we'll have our items for report. Ms. Cannon.
Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Cannon, and I just have a quick report on our budget, where we are so far. At this point, we're only 1 full month into the fiscal year, so our revenues, of course, are next to nothing, but that is looking up, so we will get right on track where we need to be. At this point, as of the end of July, our revenues are at $356,801.13. And our expenditures are at $2,606,298.99. We're a little low, but like I said, we're only 1 full month in, really haven't gotten anything back yet. And with DSS, vacancies affect our revenues. So any vacancies we have, that's less revenues that we're going to receive. So at this point, we have about 42 vacancies, including our new positions that we received. So we're working on filling those, but I think our numbers will go up once those get filled and we start reporting everything that we've done so far. Any
All right.
questions?
Any questions for Ms. Cannon?
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All right, so next we're going to have the director's report.
So this will be brief, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Social Services Institute, and it's an opportunity for me to network with some other directors throughout the state of North Carolina, so that's always useful and helpful. But the thing that I was most excited about is the new child welfare information system that is coming to North Carolina. And I grew up in a child welfare information system, so when I worked in New York and worked in Virginia and came down here, and I kept saying, well, what's the name of your system? How are you gathering your data and, looking at what work you do? And basically I was told, well, we don't have one system in North Carolina. Every county will purchase their own system from a vendor, and so I couldn't go to another county and even go onto their system if I didn't already know that, like, for instance, we use Traverse through Northwoods. So there was no and still exists no consistency. And so every county has to kind of fumble for how they're going to track their logs and cases open, cases closed. And while I think we do okay with that, when this system comes, it's going to really, really take a lot of the guesswork out of what we do. So I had the opportunity to actually sit down at one of the computers and work through the system, which was very comfortable for me because I was accustomed to it. But I will say, of the two systems I have worked, I was very impressed with the one that I tried because it was very intuitive. So the first part of it's done is about case initiation. So when a new report comes in, you go through this question, and at the end of every line, there's like a little I that you click, and it gives you the policy or the statute, and so that you can make sure that you're making the correct decision. You can't go on to the next page until you've completed that one, and it'll take you back up to where you left information off to fill it in. So it's kind of the first part of our child welfare information system. It is going to make everybody's work so much easier. So now every time that we initiate a case, there's different forms that have to be filled out and entered into the data warehouse. That will all go away when this child welfare information system comes in. So for this particular opportunity, it's called a 5010, and that's what you open cases with. That will no longer, once you go into the system and put your information in and click, the 5010 is automatically done. The other thing, and luckily I sat next to the project manager, so I was really interested in what he had to say. The platform that they're using is Salesforce, which I think is a really strong platform, and it's kind of tried and true. So I was happy to hear that, because I just know in the other states that I worked in, because it was new and there was a lot of glitches, I think they've learned from other states what works and what doesn't. So North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services is really investing money into this system wisely, and I think it will really turn child welfare around. So I have asked, even though I know I'm a little behind in making this request, if Pitt County could be one of the counties that we could actually bring the system into and practice. And so I looked at the map, and so every county that's currently using this system is all west of Raleigh, and there's only one county east of Raleigh, which is Washington. So I'm pushing to be able to have that happen here. I also have folks that came from other states that are used to the child welfare information system. So I thanked, of course, you know, if someone hands me a microphone, I have to speak, but I thanked North Carolina for bringing this in. Although there are some folks that are against a child welfare information system, I can say that it is so much easier and better, and the less chances you have to make errors. So I know I just couldn't say enough. So I walked away from those couple of days so excited about this, and so Rob Morrill is the name of the gentleman who heads the project, and so I said to him, look, if you need me to come to talk to other directors or sell this, I said whatever it takes, because I said I can speak to the ease of it. The other thing we do in North Carolina, and as Tanya was talking about reimbursement, all of our workers, when they have contact with a family or a child, we have to do day sheets. So once a month, well, it should be done weekly, but day sheets have to be due, and that's very time consuming. And quite frankly, I don't know how you remember from one day to the next or at the end of the week what you did on Monday. So they're figuring out a way where those day sheet would go away, and so as you're putting information into the system, it would automatically calculate, I don't know because I'm not a techie, but it would automatically calculate the amount of time that you'd be spending with the family and giving you the opportunity to get credit for that, because we depend on those day sheets for all of our reimbursements. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we are picked. I think we're in a good spot to be able to do that now. So like I said, I'll just kind of keep pushing and say, I'll support this, and I can speak to it because I've worked in two systems before. So it's called PATH, P-A-T-H-N-C. So you might be seeing it, and so I'm just really, really excited about that.
Kim, did you want it? You attended the Social Security Institute as well. Do you have any comments?
I did. I really enjoyed being able to network with the board, and I'm excited that there were board members from Pitt County that were able to attend, because it sounds like that's not the norm. Like, sometimes it's difficult for board members to attend, so I was really excited to be able to represent Pitt County and network with those other board members.
And thank you for doing that.
Sure.
So I attended as well. I actually was my 4th year, and so there were some familiar faces as you continue to go throughout the years, but then there were some new folks. I began to feel like an old guy sitting there talking to some of the new. Met a lot of guys from like Orange County, and but it was good talking to them, getting different perspectives about what's going on across the state, the pros and cons, some of the issues that other counties have. Sometimes it makes you realize that things aren't so bad back at home.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some bad things, but there are others who are having issues as well. So that, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it is kind of a good thing, because at least we're not like totally bad. I mean, there's others who are having issues. So I always bring nuggets back, both professionally and personally, from that institute. So it was a really good meeting. Thanks for letting me and Kim attend.
And I appreciate you doing that, and for all of the other board members, if you do have the opportunity to do it next year, I think it's August 4th through the 6th.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, but as the information comes, and if you have the availability, we'd love to have you.
All right. Next, we're going to have board member comments.
I'm just really excited about the energy with the new workers coming in. It sounds like they're excited to be here, and of course, we're excited to have them. Lots of expertise coming in the door, so that's really nice to hear. I really look forward to seeing the progress and the great things that they do with the agency.
Well, and I have to echo exactly what you said.
Mhm.
You could definitely feel the energy, and it feels really, really good. And excited about the opportunity, like to attend their meet and greets. I know for me, that's going to be a biggie.
I just want to thank everybody that went to the Social Services Institute, because that is, it's a huge time commitment when you have full-time jobs and all the things. So I really appreciate my fellow board members going and representing us. And just a huge welcome to all of the new staff.
I just want to give kudos once again to Dee and her team. I mean, I know that 2 years ago or so, we were listening to all these negative things that I just talked about that other people, have as well. But we're at the top of the list now, so I just wanted to say the final congratulations and kudos to your team. Yeah, you can see kind of the excitement in the new employees, and that's good. That's always good. My background is HR, so I'm in it for the people. And I know Ms. Rochelle is putting some things in place to kind of keep that motivation going for the new hires. That's a really good thing. Sometimes people tend to get caught up and you lose them. But I really appreciate the efforts that you're doing up front to try to keep them engaged. All right. So at this time, we're going to go into closed session.
Would you like me to read this statement before we have a motion? Okay. It is suggested that the board enter into closed session under General Statute 143-3-118-11A6 to consider the qualifications, competence, performance, character, fitness, conditions of appointment, or conditions of initial employment of an individual public officer or employee or prospective public officer or employee, or to hear or investigate a complaint, charge, or grievance by or against an individual public officer or employee. So I just need a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion that we move into closed session.
A second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting today.
I second that motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Today.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.